number 3. I'm here with Lotus Carroll. Say hi, Lotus.
Hello, everybody.
She's a nice red hair tonight.
Yes, we're celebrating our last month's Red Challenge, so I thought it was appropriate. Also, Allie told me to.
Nice.
I did.
We got instructions from Allie. Thank you for joining us tonight. And for those who don't know, Drink and Click is a social media photography group. And we get together in different cities around the world, and we do events, and we teach photography. We get to know the photographers in our city, and we just get to know each other and share our knowledge of photography and walk around the city and have a good time. So if you need more information about Drink and Click, you can go to drinkandclick.com, and you can see all the information we have there or what cities we are currently on. So we have a bunch of really good guests tonight, from Tokyo to Canada and some in the US. And Lotus, you want to introduce the panelists tonight?
I can't wait. No, guys, when I say your name, if I butcher it, go ahead and introduce yourselves, and then tell everybody where you're from and what you do, and if you have anything to plug, go for it. We're going to start off with Alexis Coram.
Oh, hi, I'm Alexis Coram. I am actually an engineer, and photography is just a side gig for me. What else? I'm on Google Plus as Alexis Coram. I'm on Facebook as Allie Alexis Coram. I'm on MySpace too, which is new and not so fun.
Does MySpace still suck?
Yeah, a little bit.
A little.
It looks kind of cool.
It's trying to be better. It's trying.
I'm from England. Some people don't know that. And I live in San Francisco, which is fabulous.
Well, we're glad you came on tonight. Thank you.
Thanks, Lo.
Up next, we've got Bob Dancero.
Hello.
Hi.
My name is Bob Dancero. I'm from Cumberland, Rhode Island. I am also an engineer by day and a photographer by mostly morning and evening, I guess. My website is earthlyimage.com, and I'm on G+ as well all the time, and that's about it.
You got some photos behind you there.
Yeah, I mostly have my photos. I concentrate on landscape and fine art photography. I mostly have my photos professionally printed, but I did buy a Canon printer so I could print my own because I compete in a local club.
Cool.
So yeah, so I dabble in printing as well, but
I bet that's fun to print them out yourself. I haven't done very much of that, only just a very little bit, but
Me neither.
that's very nice. They look nice back there.
Yeah.
Well, thanks for being on tonight. Up next, we've got Giovanni Pigliarview.
Yeah, almost. Yeah.
I tried. I tried.
I'm Giovanni Pigliarview. I'm from Italy, Sardinia, the unknown island in the middle of Mediterranean Sea. And I moved here in Tokyo about 7 years ago. I teach Italian, and I'm always go around with my camera. So most of the work I do is street photography, and I like landscapes, but you know, the time is what it is. So I don't have as much time as I wish to go around Japan, which is nice, very nice country. And that's about it.
I think street photography in Japan and Tokyo is gotta be amazing.
I was going to say the same thing.
It's very cool. Yeah, you go around, you just bring your camera, and you find something every corner.
I bet you can even shoot from the hip and just get a bunch of stuff.
Yeah, they don't get mad at you. So if
Nice.
you do that in Italy, I don't know about your reaction. So be quiet. So
look at this.
you don't get your camera robbed and stuff. So
Yep.
nice to meet you.
You too.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to actually visiting where you live someday. It looks like a really great place to go and take photos.
Yeah. I have to ask my girlfriend if you want to come to my house, but photo cute.
Yes, I'm specifically planning to come to your house. You check with her and you let me know.
I know. Let's go to Giovanni's house.
Thanks for being on tonight, man.
She's not so big.
Okay. Up next, someone I've never met before.
Never.
We've got Joel Horlock.
Hey, I'm Joel. I'm here in Austin with Juan and Lotus. However, if you look at my photos, I would say, well, until I started shooting with Drink and Click, 90% was of New York, which I've started my wall, my shrine to New York here. It's the first time I've ever printed photos, and I just kind of went nuts with it. So it's going to be a total of like 24 photos.
Nice.
And I'm 3/4 of the way through, so hopefully by next week this entire wall will be full. And in fact,
you miss New York? Is that what you're trying to say, Joel?
what's that?
Maybe in the heat of summer, are you missing New York? It's actually pretty hot there too, isn't it?
Yeah, you know what? I don't even know, because I can't even look at New York anything, because when I do, my heart like literally hurts.
Oh,
So sad.
So, the brilliant thing to do is fill my entire office wall with pictures of New York.
so are you printing yourself, or who are you using to print your photos?
You want to hear my secret?
Oh, it's a secret.
Best
Yes,
secret
tell me your
ever.
secret.
And I saved so much money. I'm actually printing them through Costco.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
I
So on some of the professional print labs, it was going to be around 15 to 20 per photo. It's $3 at Costco.
And they look good.
Yeah, I think they look great. So I am
What do you
satisfied.
know?
I need to swing by your house and just check them out because I want to see what the quality is.
And this one here, you can't see it because it's off in the distance, but I realized I got a shot of you in there. So
Oh, you gotta take that one down.
Hot.
All right, thanks for being on tonight, man. We appreciate it.
sure. Thank you.
And we're gonna skip over this guy and the
Yeah.
wig lady, and we're gonna go on to the beautiful Marianne Workinen.
Hey, so I'm Marianne Workinen. By day, I'm a homeless mental health outreach worker. And then I do photography just in my free time for fun. And I co-lead Drink and Click Vancouver with Kate Siobhan Havercroft, who's currently in Tanzania with the Giving Lens, which is amazing, and I'm so jealous.
She travels all the time.
Yeah, all the time. It's insane. And I guess, you can find me on Google Plus and on MySpace and Flickr and Tumblr. And yeah, I just do photography for fun whenever I can, whenever I'm able, but I'm not doing homeless mental health outreach. So
I have to admit that when you first started saying what you do for a living, you said during the day I'm a homeless, and I was like, wait a minute.
yeah,
You don't.
yeah.
You don't and I was like, oh, I'm just an idiot. You guys have been rocking the Drink and Clicks, having such a good time. up
Yeah,
there.
Vancouver is amazing. We have such dedicated members who come out every time since we started, and they submit amazing photos every time. We're always in the finalists or winning.
guys
We're the best.
Have been having a lot of fun with the Auto Awesome animations too, I've noticed.
Yes. Yeah. No, that's super fun. Once I discovered it, I couldn't stop making them, and there's always a few in our event pages.
It's
I know,
really
and
great. There's a really whimsical sense that comes from your group. It's nice.
Yeah.
And I'm a sucker for those, so I usually, when I see one from Vancouver, I reshare it.
Share
So.
it.
Yeah.
So for
We'll keep
anybody
doing it.
watching, also, we have a little kind of a glitchy sound thing we tried to solve before we went live. We're aware of it. Not much we can do about it, so just bear with us. I'll try to talk as annoyingly as possible so it will even be worse. So So thanks everybody for being on tonight, and we'll move into our discussion, our first discussion. Juan?
Yes.
Are you ready to talk about the Austin event that
Yes,
had recently?
the Austin event. That
was
was hot, and not hot by sexy, but hot by temperature.
So I'll screen share some photos, and then you can talk about it. It was Blues on the Green, right?
They have an event here in Austin called Blues on the Green, and what they do is a radio station, and they get a bunch of musicians to come and do a concert, a free concert in this large park in Austin, where it's usually where they have the biggest concerts here in Austin, Texas. So it's an open area, and they say no alcohol allowed, but everybody brings a cooler full of beer, and nobody says anything. So I had the brilliant idea of dragging my little radio flyer cart and putting a cooler on it. You can see it right there on the picture. And I dragged that thing over a mile at probably 4:30, 5 o'clock in the afternoon, and it was 103 degrees. So by the time I got there, Fat Boy was about to have a heart attack.
And then you dehydrated with beer.
Yeah, well, I hydrated. It was a mix. It was beer and it was water. And Google, from Google Austin, they gave us some VIP passes, which was very, very nice. They had free beer, free food, and they had a bunch of fans with a little misty water thing, which helped you cool down. But it was a very, very hot event. And as you can see, a bunch of people just filled that park. You won't be able to see grass at the end of this live show. But it is very nice. It's just I wish they move it to, I don't know, May or April or some other month, because this month of July is just insane, the heat here in Texas. So, Joel, you were there too?
Yeah. Hey.
Hey.
A sexy photo.
I know.
Yeah. And actually, Bob Schneider, I don't know if anybody's familiar, but Bob Schneider was playing that particular night. And I know here in Texas and probably Austin, he's real big. I don't know how well known he is. That's him there. How well known he is across the country or the world, but great artist, and it's all free. So if you're ever in Austin, during this time of year, and you can make it to one of these, I highly recommend it. And it's, as long as it's not, triple-digit temperatures.
Oh, it's triple digit, then you just suck it up and go anyway.
Well, we did, but it's just better if it wasn't triple digit.
Do they have misters out there or anything?
No, I mean, look at that. You see all that amount of people, and you don't have any misters or anything. I mean, everybody has water and beer and everything, but to the right side is the VIP area, and that's the only one they have the mister, and everything else is just sweat and beer.
But it looks like it was a really great time.
Oh, it was amazing.
I wasn't able to go to this one because I was doing the mommy thing, but...
Yeah. But it was really nice. I enjoy large events like that because you have so many different type of people that you can photograph. I actually didn't ask anybody for portraits or anything. I just stood around and took pictures of people walking around. So
it's really good people shooting with something.
Yeah, it is very nice. It is huge. I mean, it takes like an hour to get out of it and an hour to get in, and traffic is horrible, but it's just very fun with the music and everybody just having fun in Austin. So.
And it really sums up the Austin vibe. I know people talk about it, and that's kind of well known, Austin, because it keeps Austin weird thing. This might be one of the events that really is true to that. Whereas a lot of the other things, may be more touristy. This is right up the Austin alley.
Sweet. Well, that was a fun thing to do with the drinking click, huh? Especially with people who are smart enough to bring their whole cooler of beer on a wagon.
Oh yeah. But it
awesome.
It was fun.
We're gonna see some pictures from some of you guys' recent events too. I think Marianne, are you ready to go?
Yeah, I can go.
Show us what Vancouver did.
So hopefully that's working.
Yeah, we can see everything, all your illicit conversations.
Wow.
So we did our the summer challenge. We went to the beach in English Bay, which is, they import all this like really nice sand in, as you can see here. And it's very crowded when it's hot out, which it was. And we did kind of a walk around this area. Allison, we all kind of brought props. Allison brought a watermelon, Allison Knights. And this is Laura Doctorman. She brought frisbees, and I had some bubbles. And it was just kind of a nice, like, sunny day. Not too hot, lots of breeze. And we just wandered around, and there's a lot of bubble pictures of me, apparently. And we got
our theme this month is summer, so
yeah, exactly.
This is very good, very thematic.
And we always have some really like great core members. Like we have Graham Knights, Allison Knights. This is Ken Chang. He's been to a couple. Richard Mitchell. There's a couple like regular people we normally have that couldn't make it this time, but we generally have like a pretty core group. We all know each other. It's rare that we have someone new show up, and when they do, they kind of stay. They stick around.
So that beach that you guys went, is that like the main part of Vancouver where people go to just go to the beach, or I don't know much about
yeah, there's a
Vancouver.
couple major beaches for sure. We have that one, which is English Bay. It's like downtown Vancouver, right on the water, because downtown Vancouver is kind of an island a bit. Mm-hmm. It's not really, but it's surrounded by water in the park. And it's pretty crowded. It's where anyone who lives downtown goes. And then across one of the bridges, there's another like major beach that's similar, but a little less crowded, more of the like university scene.
That was adorable, Jordan feeding watermelon to another guy.
Yeah.
It's like it should be a Greek statue.
Yeah. And we have some auto awesomes, of course. So we have Richard Mitchell and Jordan Oram dancing with their watermelon. And me on the swing doing our thing.
So if you have to pick one, if you go to Vancouver and you have to pick one of the, oh, I love that one. If you have to pick one of the locations, a beach that you want to go, which one will it be? Would that be it?
I mean, this one's really crowded, so it depends how nice the weather is. If it's nice, then there's going to be a ton of people. If you were to go further west towards UBC, the university, there's a beach called Spanish Banks, which is, you know, there's fewer people, more families, but it's a little nicer. Okay. And you still get these amazing views of the sound and stuff. There's always all the big like ships out there.
Nice. I'm hoping to be there in Vancouver, hopefully in September, the end of September. So hopefully I get to see.
Well, you have to come whenever we do our drink and click.
I know, exactly. That would be awesome. I've seen so many pictures, and Jordan always travel all over, so I get to see everything you guys post. So can you tell me how soft is Jordan's beer? Is it really
I can answer
soft?
that question because I've touched it a lot, actually. No, it's not really that soft. It's very like thick beard hair. It's not a very soft beard. So I've actually worn his beard as a hat. He's a real man. He's a real man's beard.
Did you just say you've worn his beard as a hat?
Yeah. Yeah. So the day yeah, it is what I said. The day that I met Jordan Oram, here he is again, we were doing, I think it was December, and it was the Christmas theme, or I think the theme was bouquet. And we went to a Christmas market, and we ended up in this bar all kind of wet and cozy later with the whole group. And we did bathroom selfies. Yeah. Sorry. We did bathroom selfies like as a group, and he just kind of like came like in the mirror above my head. And his beard was so big at the time that it covered, you couldn't really see my hair as much. It just looked like I was a ginger all of a sudden.
The whole thing just sounds really awkward. He came in the mirror above your head. I feel really confused right now.
That's the day I met Jordan Oram.
That's a great story.
And I'm sure there's a lot of stories of people's first time meeting him like that. He's a really interesting person. I'm really
so
glad
jealous.
to know him.
I'm deadly jealous that you get to spend so much time with him.
Yeah, he's fantastic. He's very encouraging. If you've ever met him, he just loves to talk to people and loves to make them feel amazing.
He's a very positive person, and it rubs off
He
on
is.
you even not. You don't even have to be in person with him. Like when I talk to him online, he makes me feel good.
Yep.
Yes.
I can't wait to hug him when I get to Canada.
Oh, he will hug you like 10 times.
He'll be the first Canadian I hug.
He's a real man, so you have problems.
Oh, what happened there? Somebody's leg, injured leg.
Yeah, I think I went by it, but we were at this kind of the grandstand seating, and Graham Knights was running down over these bleachers to get to the stage and tripped, and I think he just took a chunk out of his leg.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. Well, thank you so much for showing the pictures. I keep digging back to the event and grabbing little pictures here and there, but it's just so many chapters that I have to grab a few. And so I grab a few and share a few and share them on Facebook and Instagram and everywhere. So I try to keep up with it.
So let's see. I think our newest chapter present in the Hangout tonight is Bob's chapter.
Yeah.
Right? Let's see some from there. Oh, you're muted still. I thought, gosh, why isn't he talking? You're still muted.
Still muted.
Click on the little red mic at the upper right, I think should do it. Unless you've, like, perma-muted yourself. Somehow.
He's still muted. Well, we can go to Giovanni. We just sleep over there. Wake up, Giovanni.
Yeah, I'm here. I was just taking a nap.
How about?
Say
Okay,
something else.
we can hear you now.
You're good. Okay, now you're not. Bob, we've lost your audio again.
So maybe we can.
Oh, here's another thing. If you are typing, it will automatically mute you. So if you're like alt-tabbing or anything like that, or typing while you're talking, it will auto-mute you, and you have to wait a minute.
Crazy.
That was the only other thing I could think of that would do it.
Well, let's move to Alexis.
So, Alexis, are you ready? Bob, why don't give me like a try on this. Can you drop out of the Hangout and rejoin it? Give that a shot.
There you go.
And we'll hopefully have audio for him when he comes back. That was weird.
Strange.
Alexis, are you ready?
Of course.
She's always ready, baby.
Yeah. Okay, so for San Francisco, we, let's see, where am I?
Who's that?
Okay, so we, last month, so June, we did San Francisco Pride, which was really, really fun. And so the leads of the San Francisco chapter of Drinking Click are Michael Bonacore, Tony Eckersley, and Robin Cho. So Bonacore was traveling all over the world. I can't even keep up with him. So I co-hosted this with Robin and Tony, just as kind of a side gig. And this is how we started our day. Oh, you can't even see me, right? I haven't screen shared.
I can see you, and that makes me happy, but we do need to see your photos.
Screen share. Okay.
You can describe the photos to us.
There we go.
I like it when you talk.
Thanks. Tell me when you can see my screen.
I can. I can see Marianne Workinen on your screen.
What can you see now?
Beer!
Yeah, there we go. Bingo. Okay, so this is how we started our day. This was about 10:30ish in the morning, classy style. and this was for the parade, so this was a Sunday morning. And you know, it was a really cool day, super colorful, tons of energy, which I just love Pride. So much energy. Everyone's just nice and happy, and some really great shots. Eric Raber, I think is how you pronounce his name. Really amazing photographer. Took some really great shots. Loved this one. Actually, most of my favorite shots, I think, in this collection are probably from him. Let's see. There's a shot in here from Tony that I wanted to show. I can find it.
Yeah, he did an awesome work on all the portraits that he took. I went and looked at his pictures. And
who are you talking about? Eric?
Yeah, Eric did a...
Yeah, so all of these here, these are all Eric. And I think he had some lighting with him. So he busts out this lighting set, you know, from a bag and just starts doing really cool shots of people. I'm not sure what lens he was using, but yeah, really nice.
It looks like Nikolai. It looks like Nikolai.
It may have been.
Yeah, you never know.
I really want to find this one shot from Tony, though. Hang on. Where is it?
Can you guys hear me now?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Can't see it.
Is that Chris Chabot flying by there?
Who? Chris Chabot, yeah. Chris was... Okay, Chris is awesome. If you don't know Chris, you have to know him.
I love him to death.
He has an amazing accent, for one. And for two... So he's walking around with this I think it was a 15mm lens. And Chris doesn't have any... he's not shy at all. So he literally was ramming that lens in people's faces. No shame. Just, and I mean, like, really getting in their face, taking the shot, and just walking away. It was so fun.
And if nobody likes it, he can just speak, and his accent is so charming that everybody will let him take a picture of
Yeah, he was just super charming, and yeah, everyone just, I would never do that. I'm kind of a shoot from the hip kind of a person, so I literally have my camera on my hip taking photos of random people, but yeah, Chris is cool. And actually, so this is Pride, like after the parade, there's this giant square and tens of thousands of people cram in here. Yeah, and they have a sound stage and you know, live music and everything. Well, Amy Hayden took Chris backstage right at the end of the day, and Chris got up on the stage as if he was one of the real photographers and just started taking shots of the crowd. So fun. He's such a great guy.
That's how you get the shots.
Yeah, he got some awesome shots. I wish he posted some in here, but he hasn't. Okay, so this is the shot I love from Tony. So they, you know, they have all these. This was the week after the Prop 8 and the DOMA ruling, so it was a really great, just an awesome celebration, and there were lots of these great couples. And these guys I just love. Like, these guys kind of made me cry. You know, because they've been together for 47 years, and I love this image because it's a photo within a photo. So that's one of my faves. So yeah, it was a really cool day. We drank margaritas and beer.
What a great event to do a drink and click at.
Yeah, Nancy Pelosi was there. This is her waving a gay flag. Woo! Yeah, it was really super fun.
It's awesome. Sometimes I get so jealous of San Francisco because you guys have so many locations and beautiful weather, and you can just get in the car and drive and go see some amazing stuff. And Texas is just flat and takes 7 hours to get out of it, and it's just heat and armadillos and heat. That's all it is.
Yeah, we're really lucky. We really are. And I took this one for you, Lo.
It's Peter Pan.
Yeah, so anyway, that was it. That's San Fran. Great, happy people. Just
that umbrella shot is really cool, too.
This one. These are mine.
Yeah, I really dig that. That's really beautiful.
This is my favorite of mine. This was a couple of guys that just got married, and I love that I got the guy's face.
And he's like all excited and happy looking. That's so cool that you caught the reflection there. Neat.
Yeah.
Wait.
Great. Yeah, it was a great event.
Well, thanks for taking over the reins while Michael was just off jerking around in the world.
That's what Michael does.
Jerking around.
Yeah.
In general, I'll just leave off the rest.
Yeah, pretty much.
Please get it. Awesome. Thanks, Alexis.
All right.
Bob, we can hear you.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Talk about, well, I'm the new guy, so I have to act new, you know.
Yeah, like that was your fault.
So I'm gonna share my screen. So bear with me.
Yeah.
This is what I want. And start screen. Okay. Do you see my screen?
Yeah, look at Juan Gonzalez.
Okay.
Where?
So, you know, we've only done 2 drinking clicks here in Providence. Let me shut this down. So, I'm going to start with leading lines, which was May, right?
Yes.
Because we have we're getting a good core of people, too. We have like 12 pretty much regulars now, which is good for Rhode Island because there's only like, I don't know, 100 of us in the state because it's so small. But yeah, we got a good core and we got some good talent, and I mean, we love getting out there and shooting. So the first drinking click we had was in Providence, and you know, this is this is Ed King's stuff here, and he's a phenomenal photographer. He's very good at what he does, and you know, he's very successful at what he does. That's why I picked him. He's the co-lead for the Providence. That's why I picked him. He's just a good photographer.
But, I like his stuff.
Yeah, this is the State House in Providence, and I'm gonna buzz right through these. This was a funny story because this is actually the roof of the convention center. You're not supposed to take pictures in the convention center. So this guy that we shoot with, Mike Dooley, right? He has to go to the bathroom, so he goes in to ask if he can use the bathroom, and the guard says sure. So my wife, who was with us, goes and says, "Did he say it was okay?" And Mike Dooley said, "Yeah, it's fine." And he goes, and she thought it was taking pictures he asked about. So we all, oh great, we all pile in and we're starting to shoot pictures. We're laying on the floor, Ed's laying on the floor, getting the ceiling, and then before you know it, the security comes over. They're kicking us all out. And my wife is like talking to Mike Dooley, saying, "I thought you asked," and he's like, "No, I asked if I could use the bathroom." So anyway, it was kind of funny. So we were raising hell. This is another Ed King shot. Ed, this was a bachelor party that we got. We went. Our second or third beer we had for the night, we started out, this guy saw all the cameras, not this guy, but his friend saw all the cameras and said, "Hey, my friend's getting married, come take some pictures, pretend I hired you." So Ed King and I were like, yeah, all right, whatever. So we went in and we took pictures. I took a picture of the bachelor with the waitress and stuff to try and get him in trouble, and we had a good time. That's the first drinking click group. Now what happened is, you know, there's only like 7 of us there. Those guys carrying the boxes happened to be walking by, and Ed figured we could use some padding. So he called them in and said, "Guys, come on over, take a picture." So it made us look like we, you know, it's all appearance, you know.
Yeah.
So we did that. And again, this was my picture. I just had, these are the, in Providence, it's famous for that water fire, and they have gondola rides up and down the river, the Providence River. And I just pointed my camera at these gondoliers, I guess you call them, right? And
yeah.
yeah, and this guy starts flexing for me. I'm like, whatever. But I mean, we did, and that's Ed King. That looks. It's funny because I was doing. You know, I had my camera set slow because I was doing some building or something. I see him sit down in the road, and it's actually, you know, this was kind of a mistake, but it's kind of all the motion blur makes it look more dangerous than it was. I mean, the cars were stopped way up the road, but it was kind of funny. I think Ed might have gotten in trouble for his wife when she saw this one. But and then yeah, this again, and again, this was all leading lines, so that's what we were practicing on. Let me go back here. There was another.
I like that.
Mm-hmm.
There was another one.
Was this you guys' first event, the Leading Lines?
This was the first one, yeah.
Yeah, I remember seeing all the pictures that came into that event and just being really happy with your very first event there.
This picture here, it's like a metal arch. See, there's some colleges in Providence. You know, we got RIC, URI, and we got RISD, the Rhode Island School of Design. And so in Providence, there's a lot of artsy stuff there. And and again, Alexis, you can relate to this because I'm like an engineer, so I'm definitely using the left side of my brain more than the right. But we all found this. Well, actually, Ed found this sculpture that he's been eyeing because he's that type that he'll pick out a target months in advance. This guy and plan it. But we're all pointing our camera at this piece of metal. And this guy comes by, and he had a few drinks, and he's like, "What are you guys taking pictures of?" And we're saying this. And he starts laughing. He didn't believe us. It was funny. But then this picture was by Kelly Presley, who's she's very talented. She's trying to get into the professional side of things a little more, and she's doing really well. She's doing portrait. She's taking a lot of portrait workshops and boudoir and stuff like that. So she's doing really well, and this was her picture of that. It's just a piece of metal, basically.
I need to get into that too.
Yeah, it's and then this was then we have this is my wife Lori. Then we have Thomas Duquette, and he shot. This was when we were in the restaurant. All of a sudden, he just shot off all these pictures nobody even knew, and he starts posting them. I'm like, what the hell? But yeah, we did. I mean, we have a lot of fun. He's another one, Thomas Duquette. There was another picture where this is part of the Johnson and Wales College campus. These picnic tables were they weren't like this. They were just on angles and stuff. But because of the Leading Lines theme, we all go off. We're all looking around trying to find pictures, and we look back, and there's Thomas Duquette. And he's moving all these pictures. So we're like, whatever. So he did this to get it was, that's dedication. That's pretty good.
It is.
But, and then I have, let me show you the, minimize that, and, hey, Juan. And, Providence. Oh, and this was the last one. This was red. And this was Newport, Rhode Island, and this was good, but I don't know. Newport is so touristy. It's like you get it when you go into a city. It seems like you and it's not real touristy. It seems like you get more attention, and there's a lot more energy when you have the cameras in there. But when you're in a touristy place where there's a whole lot of cameras, it's kind of like, I don't know. I mean, there's still energy, but it's different. You know what I mean? But anyway, this was a really fun shoot, and let's get rid of this. And again, this was red. On this one, Kelly Presley's husband joined us, who's also on Google+, and I love this picture. I think that's awesome. And he took that, and I don't even know how regular he shoots. I think he's just getting into it. I'm not sure. But I think that's a great picture. And then this was a funny story. This is another Ed King one. I took a picture of the same mannequin, and it was kind of funny because we're walking by the window, and all of a sudden it's like, I don't know, 3 or 4 guys say, "Hey, look, red!" So we all just run into this place, not even knowing. It's
Great for the red ass.
Yeah, it's an adult shop. It's an adult toy shop. And I'm asking that. So I go to the girl behind the counter. I'm like, "You mind if I take pictures of your mannequin?" And she's just kind of shaking her head. My wife's shaking her head. And
Is that Lotus?
Hey, it does kind of remind me of that photo that you took of me at our Christmas photo walk. Remember, with the Santa Claus cutout that looked like it was Spank?
Oh, nice. Me like.
Yeah.
But yeah. So I mean, this was a fun shoot too. And again, here's another. This isn't really red. She could have tinted this more, but I like this picture too. That's another Kelly Presley picture.
Nice.
I really like that picture.
It's a really cool looking album. Like the whole album just looks great to me.
Yeah, it does look good.
I like it. A lot of color.
I can see a drink and click book in the future.
That
Yeah,
would be cool.
funny you should say that.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, we so far, I mean, we've only done 2. We're doing our summer one this weekend. This Saturday is our summer one. So we're actually going to Narragansett, Rhode Island, which is kind of similar to Newport, but I don't think it has a whole lot to shoot. But there's 7 miles up the road there happens to be a hot air balloon festival with fireworks and stuff.
Awesome.
So yeah, so we might go crash that and see how that goes. So yeah, so I mean, so far, like I said, we've only been on 2. I'd say 1 unofficial one. Our first one put on by Brian Fox, which was got us all rolling. So yeah, I think so far so good, and we're loving it.
You guys have been doing great.
Yeah, you got really cool pictures, really cool colors. I mean, the colors are really amazing on the East Coast, and it's just great to see that your group is building up and getting bigger. Bigger is better, right, Lotus?
Bigger is better.
Yeah, but I'm a little worried. You know who I'm worried about is Pennsylvania.
Oh,
we did the G+ walk, and I ran into Shannon Adelson, who's part of the Pennsylvania drinking clique.
Yeah.
Those friggin' guys, they're always doing something good. Like they're good. They're good.
Yeah, you got Alan Cabrera, which is leading Philadelphia now, and I mean, you look at his stuff and it's amazing. He always come up with some really beautiful pictures. So that's a one to watch. And then New York now is getting to be more active, and they're getting some really awesome pictures too. So East Coast is getting a lot more presence, and I think we're getting Miami. I think is one of the next ones to come online. So we'll see how we do on the East Coast.
That'll be awesome. Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see something from Japan.
Giovanni.
Here I am.
You're so Giovanni.
The Japanese guy in here. Are you fucking with me? Okay. Let me show. It was kind of difficult to choose an event from which to share, but I think I'll go back like in April when we had the event in Japanese cherry trees. So let me share. Yeah, that event if I can. Let me see. Okay. Can you see the screen?
Yep.
Yes. Yep.
Okay, here it is. Yeah, the dinner was awesome because usually it's very crowded in here. That's maybe the best spot to see the cherry trees. All along the streets, and here you can see the people. How many people were there? But we were kind of lucky because it was kind of about to rain. So it was not so crowded as it used to be.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. And we had a guest as well from England. Let me see if I can share some of his. Nigel Raymond, and it was like very international.
Yeah.
Yeah. You see lots of trees alongside the river.
Yeah, if you haven't circled him, you should circle. His stuff is just really amazing, just clear, really good eye, and really beautiful colors.
Yeah,
I really like his stuff.
Yeah, he used to come to Japan. He comes to Japan like once a year, every year, twice if he can, and it's very good.
What was his name, Giovanni?
Nigel Raymond. I don't know if I'm pronouncing it right, but I don't know. He's English anyway, so Nigel.
Would you mind copying it from his picture and just post it on the chat so I can post it on the event?
Yeah. Okay.
Please.
I'll do that.
I'll include it in the show notes or
okay.
the wrap up for tomorrow too. I just wrote it down, but you can still.
That was a beautiful photo. The blossoms, gorgeous.
Yeah. You see, like that.
Magical.
Magic.
Yeah.
So Giovanni, if you have to pick a time to go to Japan, what would be the best time of the year to go to Japan?
If you like trees, cherry trees, April is like best time to see the trees, but also in around September, October, there are the momiji. It's like everything goes red, like I think in Canada. And the nature here in Japan is very, very beautiful. So if you ever look around, maybe not in Tokyo, but the area around, you can't be disappointed. It's very, very cool. The only thing is that it's kind of expensive to travel around.
Yeah.
But you can, if you come from abroad, you can buy the rail pass, and for 1 week, and you can just travel around.
Well, you can save some money if you go and stay in Giovanni's house.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. But I
have to ask my girlfriend. He's got to clear it through his girlfriend.
She will be very mad at me after this.
Is he still gonna have a girlfriend to clear it with after this show? That is the question.
Yeah, I work on it. And, this is the April event, and it was very cool. But another time we had a lot of fun is like in here. It was last year for Halloween. Halloween doesn't exist in Japan, and it was kind of tough to find something to shoot. So we bring out props and stuff, and you can see from here. It's our leader. Here he's taking pictures.
Oh, I like that one.
That's awesome. That's cool. I didn't see that one before.
I haven't seen that one before either, and I've seen some of the ones with him with the teeth, and I like that one. And
the cool thing is that we were in a pub, just one of the only places here in Japan where you can drink a beer and pay by yourself. Otherwise, you have to share, and it's like a massive 30 people and stuff. And we met a rugby team. Let me see if I can find. Yeah. Okay. Here it is. Yeah. A rugby team coming back from the match. And we had this week.
No.
He's a good sport.
He is.
This one.
I love those glasses. Those are so cool.
Yeah. Here's Andrew, one of the regulars.
You're in Japan, you can do whatever.
Yeah, we were around in this area, which is the oldest area in Japan. I don't want to be wrong, but I think it's the only area that wasn't affected by the bombings after the Second World War. And yeah, it's very cool to shoot over there. And we found this girl. She was so nice to.
She was scared. He was like, "Okay, I'll just."
They can't see you if you don't move.
Yeah. Holger with the fangs. Yeah. Up there, I take picture.
Yeah, she was really pretty. Yeah.
Nice light.
Yeah, she was like sitting in here, and I actually took this picture, and the whole group was coming, and she was so afraid of us.
Okay, I was right. She was
yeah, she's looking at the crowd coming, and then we asked her for to pose, and yeah, she was very nice. And then we find this skater guy. That's his reaction when we asked him to pose for us. And yeah, we managed to take some good shots of him.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
A jump shot's always good.
Yeah, this is the group taken with I think it's Holger, Dirty Hyphon.
You guys crank out the images every time. It's really nice to see how active you guys are and how many great photos you get.
Yeah, the Japanese guys are very good, and it's kind of fun to meet. I work I'm a teacher, so I work with Italians or English people, and it's kind of nice to meet Japanese guys. This is the rugby team. You can see this guy over here, very big, very scary. But then, let me see if I can find the
He looks English. Is he English? The big scary guy?
No, I think he was from Canada.
He looks English.
Canadians are big and scary.
So are English people. Grr.
I'm kind of scared of you.
You're scared of me? No.
I'm kidding.
Okay, I guess nobody uploaded it, but it was very fun to took his picture with a wig, and no, it was fun.
We have to
And,
rely on memories for once. There's not a picture.
What?
You have to rely on a memory for once. There's not a picture.
Yeah, I guess maybe it was one of my shots which I didn't share.
Well, speaking of your shots,
Yeah.
why don't we go ahead and move on to our segment where we're going to have everybody show
Oh, I like that.
their work.
Okay.
Yeah.
And since you've already, you're right there going on with the screen share,
Yeah.
switch over to some of your own maybe recent work or just something you've been working
Okay.
on or just want to show us. We'd like to see what you guys do that's not necessarily just at a drink and click,
Yeah.
but your own work, some of your own stuff.
Yeah, basically photography, and I'm going around with the camera. I have a lot of time between works, and you know, if I can bring my camera and my license with me, I'm glad. And you know, in Tokyo is so big, and there are so many people, and it's really great for street photography. I like also I love black and white, and I usually shot black and white, but sometimes I go, if I manage to take the time off, I go around. For example, this one is in like 80 kilometers from Tokyo. There's
that is beautiful. I like that.
yeah, this little island, Enoshima, and it's such a great place to take sunset shots.
Giovanni, what are you shooting with? What equipment are you shooting with?
Yeah, I use a Canon D60, and for this one, I think I am on the my zoom lens, like 100 and stuff. I can't remember. But I basically bring with me all my lenses. My favorite one is to have fun is like the 8 millimeters from Samyang, which I think in Europe has another name. I saw one shared something like a promotion. He did a promotion share of that lens. It's a manual lens, but it's very good. It's very sharp, and I'm very happy with it. And for portraits, I use the 100 millimeters.
Oh, I like
and
that. Beautiful.
yeah, sometimes the 50, but on a crop sensor, the 50 is not. It's too tight for me, so I waited to buy like a 35 or switch to a full frame sensor. This one is one of the temple near my house, which is like a residential area.
So
But
is this like a walking distance from your house?
yeah, it's like 5
Oh
minutes.
man, I will be there like every morning. That is beautiful.
Yeah, it's a wonderful place. That's where I take my dog to make the walk every day.
Nice. That's where you take your dog to poop.
Yeah. Yeah. You have to be careful where you walk.
Nice.
You actually see that is over there. There is not water. It's like my dog stuff.
Nice.
And here's from Bali.
Wow.
In Bali. Yeah, this is actually a very popular shot place to shoot. I had trouble because to shoot this one, I had to go in the water, in the river. I didn't think about it at first, but when I was in there with all my equipment and stuff, I was like, I don't know what's in here. So I'm in a foreign country.
Yeah.
Maybe use snakes and stuff, but I got the shot. So. it's
So
okay.
give us an idea. How wide is that waterfall? Is that just pretty much full? I mean, the full waterfall you capture, or is it just wider than that, 3 times?
No, it's wider. It's wider. I just concentrated on this guy, but it's like maybe it's like 15, 20 meters,
Nice.
the river. And here is another shot from Bali as well. I went,
very nice.
I climbed in a mountain. Actually, the first time I climbed on a mountain was like last year, when we went to Mount Fuji, and Google was so kind to support us. They're very, very kind with us as well. Juan mentioned before that they give you the passes for the blues thing, and here they prepared the guides for us, and it was very nice in Mount Fuji. Actually, I think there's a video somewhere in the internet if you want to have a look. This is from Bali as well. This is actually fun because I was in a market and I had my monopod and my 8mm lens and triggers to take the shoot. And I put the camera on the monopod, and this woman over here was like, "What is he doing? What the fuck is he?" And
I like that. That's a good shot right there. Just and the black and white. I like the way you're using the black and white.
yeah, thank you.
You're using it when it needs to be used. Yeah.
Yeah, that's about it. I have, I shoot the street photography here in Tokyo. This one is one of the skyscraper district from the skyscrapers district, and I had the 80mm on, and I'm just basically going around with a bicycle and my camera and shooting stuff.
That is very nice. I think I might get a chance to go to South Korea next year, hopefully, just for work. But if I'm staying there longer than a month,
yeah,
or
you should come.
longer than 3 weeks, I can get on a plane and go to Tokyo, and it's not that far. So it'll be awesome to meet you guys over there.
Yeah, we'll wait for you.
Well, thank you so much for sharing your pictures. Those are amazing. Actually, I mean, I know that you guys participate on the Drink and Click, but you see the Drink and Click pictures, but you never get to really see all the really stuff you enjoy shooting, your personal stuff, and that it's really, really awesome pictures you have right there.
Yeah, thank you.
I think we need to start grabbing some of the more personal work that Drink and Click photographers do, and then just sharing as a personal side of what they do, just because it will be a more serious, if you will, side of of their photography. Hi, Lotus.
Hi, I'm back.
How you doing?
I'm good. I had to do a little bit of mommy regulating.
Oh, no problem. I just heard a door back there, and I think my Oscar is running around too.
You got your munchkins running loose too.
Yeah. So are we going with?
Joel is going to share some of his work.
Awesome.
All right, let's do this.
Oh, his work is on Giovanni. Oh,
Yeah.
beautiful.
I've been taking screenshots this whole time. Oh, so like I said, the majority of the stuff that I like to shoot is New York, and I try to get back there at least 2 to 3 times a year. Try to drag some photographers along with me. We all went back, what was it, last year? About 4 of us went and got to do a Drink and Click there, so that was fun. And this was actually taken on that trip. The sun was setting, and one of the leads, Seth, with the New York Drink and Click, took us out to a spot out in Brooklyn, and got to capture the sunset with Manhattan in the shot, downtown Manhattan.
Really nice. The flare is really beautiful there.
Yeah, it just worked out. Wasn't expected or planned, I guess. It just worked out in that situation. Here's another shot. This was actually from my recent trip to New York, where I took my 7-month pregnant wife. Probably not the best place to go, but we enjoyed it. We took it easy. This was just, crossing the street. I think it's rare that, the street's not packed with cars. So when I saw one cab sitting in the middle of Park Avenue, I'd never seen that before, so I had to get a shot of that.
Nice toning there.
Thank you. This was back from that shot. We were up on the top of 30 Rock, Rockefeller Center, and we were capturing sunset. This was another night with Seth from the Drunken Click New York. And so we were all up there. I threw on that 8mm Giovanni that I'm in love with. And New York is probably one of the funnest places to shoot. And actually, Lotus, you probably know this as well. When you win, I know you took that fisheye and
Yes, I did.
you don't want to take it off.
Yeah, you can get amazing stuff with that thing. It's so nice.
Yeah, it's fun. This was from my recent trip. This was in Little Italy, and there was this old
Nice.
Cadillac that it just reminded me of that scene from The Godfather, where they what is it? Take the gun, take the cannoli, leave the gun, or whatever the saying was. That was just something right out of the movie. Yeah, so I actually, when I was sitting out in the middle of the street trying to take the shot, I didn't realize it. It wasn't this particular shot. It was, of course, you take a million shots of the same thing and you pick one. But a guy was coming down the street that you see here and just laid on his horn like I was like committing this terrible crime or something, and was yelling at me and to get out of the street. So
We're in New York.
yeah, of course, yeah, it's New York. So I quickly jumped out of the way, saved.
I love that picture, man. That Cadillac. I have a weakness for Cadillacs and old cars, so.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, I think it was marked as some sort of collector's
Classic, yeah.
Yeah, this is a while back. This is another friend of mine setting up. I just caught a nice silhouette of him. Central Park in the fall. I don't think there's a better place on earth at that time. So this is the High Line. That, in my opinion, is the ugliest building in Manhattan. So I thought it would make a great photo. How thought process that was. There's another. This was in Soho. There's just these crazy cars all over the place, and there's you can't see it, but there's some Jersey-looking guy sitting in there just reading the paper. And then I realized this is actually a limousine, and so he likely was just waiting for one of his high-end customers shopping in one of these boutiques to come out and take off. And just some random shots in New York as we're.
Those are great, Joel.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's a
Nice.
awesome. I think the horse knew what he did here.
He's like,
And you see
whoops.
the
Whoops.
other two guys looking at her like, with the look of disgust, and she's just kind of got this look on her face like, "Don't ask me. I have no control over this."
The thing opens and stuff comes out. I don't know.
Yeah. So yeah, that's
Well, that's a nice one to end on. That's great.
sure.
Thanks, Joel.
Actually, Joel, move your camera and let me see the pictures you have on that wall. Just let me see how many, because it's not only 2 rows.
Let's see if we can get this. I'm gonna pull my computer apart here.
Nice. Tilt it up. There you go. There's another row up there, and there's more to the left.
Yeah, it goes all the way across. I think it's 6 photos across. It's going to be 4 total rows. I wanted to go 5, but I have a 2-year-old daughter, and I'm already within reach. And these are frameless frames. It's just a sheet of glass being, with the photo behind it, and then a kind of a frame behind it. But she could easily rip these off the wall.
Yeah.
So I'm already taking a risk, so I thought I shouldn't go too low.
I'm very glad you showed your stuff.
That's
If you know
what
what
she
I
said.
Excellent. So, Lotus, are we going to do the giveaway? Oh, Lotus.
Not yet.
Not yet? What
Nope.
are we're moving on to?
Slow your roll.
So we're gonna have everybody's gonna keep showing their photos.
Cool.
Allie's gonna go last, and then she's got something to do.
Oh, nice.
So let's have Marianne show some of her work next.
Okay. Let me pull up my screen share. So this is just my Google Plus. Can you see it?
Yep.
Yes. Okay. So this is just my Google Plus. All the photos I've uploaded. A lot of them are from Drinking Clicks. That's mostly what I use Google Plus for. But I recently went to the aquarium in Vancouver, which I love, and I took some pictures of the jellyfish they have there and the other random animals that they have at the aquarium. And this was kind of a cool day because I got to go in for free. It was my staff retreat, and our managers were like, let's go to the aquarium. And I texted my husband and was like, you have to bring me my camera. And he was like, sure. So he drove our motorcycle down and dropped it off, and then I was able to take these really fun shots of jellyfish, which I love. And so I have some Auto Awesomes, but I want to share a different Auto Awesome that I have from a Drinking Click of Kate Havercroft, which is this one. And this was a fun Drinking Click because we went to the fire station for the red theme and asked if they could pose shirtless for us in front of the truck, and none of the firemen were cool with that. They're like, well, you can have the truck. So they pulled the truck out for us, and Kate did a lot of posing and modeling in front of it. And I just love this Auto Awesome because she just has the best expression on her face.
I know. She looks yeah, just like
every time I look at this, I laugh so much.
So how many firemen were watching that?
There was about 3.
Nice.
Who were just, they kept bringing us stuff. They were so helpful and nice. They were awesome. But they didn't want to pose in the photos, but they kept bringing us stuff. They're like, do you want these fire extinguishers? How about this helmet? And they brought like a first aid kit out, just like really anything that was red for that day.
Nice.
So it was super fun. They were really nice to us. I have some photos on Flickr that I took in Peru last September, and
That's cool.
We went to this really cool. In Peru, I did Machu Picchu in Cusco, and then we also went to Iquitos, which is on the Amazon River, and we had this really cool experience, my husband and I. And I just love some of these. Just they feel so much how I felt when I was there. Just the temperature and. This is our guide. He was taking us around a boat all around the river, and it was just a really beautiful place, and it was easy to photograph here. Oh, and now I'm trapped inside it. Please go away.
I like that because you're showing those pictures, and it's very similar to South America, the Amazon, where I grew up. So
yeah. Just really interesting people. And I loved that there was always these tuk-tuks in Iquitos.
Well, we don't have those.
That's cool.
But, oh, that's awesome.
That's
I like
awesome.
that.
That's one of my favorites, and that's the one that I usually post places.
That's
Which was really hard. I probably took like 40 or 50 shots, and this was the only one that I liked. Hand-shotting is very hard for me.
Oh, yeah.
But awesome.
I like that too.
Yeah, and Machu Picchu, I mean, everyone takes pictures there, but it's just kind of a magical place. You can't help it.
That's one of my lists.
Yeah. Yeah. And we did the Inca Trail. It's usually a 4-day hike, but we didn't have a lot of time there, so we did the 2-day version, which is rare. But you get off the train kind of early. We had our guide stop the train kind of prematurely at like not a real stop. And we crossed this river, and he took us on the Inca Trail for 2 days instead of 4. So we still saw a bit of it, and there's just really like awesome things in the jungle on the fields and stuff. And then around Cusco, there's some really cool like terracing in the Sacred Valley, and just a really beautiful place.
I like that guy's expression.
Yeah. Yeah, so I mean, I have mostly drink and click on Google Plus, but you know, there's always the random adventures with Jordan Oram, where he agrees to take his shirt off and pose with starfish.
Oh, nice. That is
I don't know how happy he'll be that I'm sharing this, but he told me I could post it on the internet, so you know.
I highly doubt he'll be upset about it.
This is my favorite. This is my favorite Jordan Oram ever.
And actually, the starfish, when he pulled it off, had grabbed some of his chest hair, and the starfish like clung to it and would not let it go. And I like threw it back into the ocean, and it was, you know, forever part of that starfish, I think.
It's probably the coolest starfish in the ocean now.
Yeah, pretty much. It has like ginger beard, just like Jordan. And then, yeah, I'm always kind of playing with Auto Awesome just for myself as well, so I have all these multiples in here, but here's another jellyfish I really like from the aquarium. They just do a really good job at lighting them, and so it's easy to take, because they're so beautiful, floating around, just doing their thing, being jellyfish.
That is cool.
Being jellyfish.
They're like all, in this photo, they're like arranged all beautifully.
I know.
Yeah. They make it so easy.
That's how I'm going to be after the show. I'm just going to be a jellyfish.
Just floating along.
These ones I think are cool because they're jellyfish, but they're like super tiny. And I just thought they were really delicate, really beautiful.
Like flowers.
Till they sting you, Marianne.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, that's never happened to me. I've had a scorpion sting me, but not
And you have to pee on yourself.
Yep, that's right. That's right, Juan.
That's what
I
they
heard
told
that's like an urban legend or something.
Yeah, I just want to see people peeing on themselves.
Oh, yeah.
That's what the locals always tell the tourists when they get stuck by jellyfish. You gotta pee on yourself.
That's what we do in Austin. It's too hot. Pee on yourself.
This is a photo I took just walking around the Vancouver. There's a Stanley Park, and then there's a seawall that goes all the way around it. And it's just kind of stormy, like about to rain. And this is typically what a Vancouver sky looks like most of the year. But I just liked how ominous and cloudy it was.
It's beautiful, but it's like after, you know, like zombies are going to come out of the water or something.
Yeah, pretty much. We have zombies here in Canada.
Vancouver, you and your zombies.
And this is just standing in the same spot, but looking at the seawall, so looking at Stanley Park, and then you can see the small wall that goes along, like all the around the outside of it.
Oh, pretty.
And I like the reflection here.
I like that too.
Yeah, so that's what I've got.
Awesome. Thank you. Thank you so much for sharing. Oh, I like that.
That was that was from our last Drink and Click. So that was one of our summer ones, but
Cool.
really cool.
Okay, well, let's see some of your work, Bob.
Okay, I got I think like 5 or 6 pictures I can show.
Sounds great.
Okay, you see me, and open up Lightroom.
I like that
Okay.
one.
Yeah, this is from last week. We went to way up in Maine, like way up, as far as you can go, almost to Canada. But I was afraid to cross that border. But because of what Marianne said about the big, ugly men or whatever. I don't know what she said, but anyway, this is something new for me. This star astrophotography and star shooting, and I'd really like to. This was fun. This was at like 2:30 in the morning. The first night I got up at 2:30 in the morning, clouds rolled in, and I had to go back to bed, and it was awful. But the next night was clear, and so this is like my first attempt at star photography. I wanted to get the Milky Way, but unfortunately the Milky Way was directly overhead, so there'd be no compositional elements to go with it. And this is another shot of around the same place. You guys seeing this all right?
Oh yeah.
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 Beautiful.
Gorgeous.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then this was Joel, you'll like this. This was the Drink and Click. I'm sorry, the Google Plus New York City walk.
Oh yeah.
So this is Manhattan Bridge over the park they call Dumbo, which is I forget, something between the bridges. Do you know what that means, Joel? I forget what it stands for.
Yeah, under the Manhattan borough. I don't know.
Yeah, whatever.
Down under something. Yeah.
But this is, I mean, this I'm kind of in my element. But now this was in Chinatown. Now and again, this is what I thank Drink and Click for, because, you know, going to Providence and stuff, I've never done street photography. So this is a shot I did in Chinatown while we were there at that. And then this, what Google Plus did is all the people who went on that Drink and Click, I keep saying that, on the, because I've been drinking, on the New York City Google Plus tour there, photo walk, they gave everybody Nick software, the Nick software package for free, which was pretty damn cool.
Nice.
So I'm loving this Silver Effects Pro.
I love this
I've been
photo.
dabbling with that a little bit. That was from the New York. This was from that was that bachelor party I told you earlier. After we took those guys' pictures, we're walking around the city, and all of a sudden we see this gang of guys, and we're like, oh shit, they look like they're looking for trouble. All of a sudden they struck a pose. I had my camera ready, I got it. And this is, I had to show this because these are like high rollers on the Google Plus scene, and not only did I get a picture of Sarah Colleton,
They're four beautiful and talented
Terry
ladies.
Murphy, I actually got them to smile for me, which was awesome. It was a great time. Joel, you got to go to that if they do it next year.
Was
Or
this
anybody for that matter?
Is this the one that just happened?
Yeah.
I was
Yeah.
there. I left.
And it
I'm
was
going next year.
it was an awesome time, and I was so glad this picture. This was 2 shots I took. The first one, you know, somebody wasn't smiling. The second one, I mean, I got these 4 girls smiling. It was just.
I'm a huge fan of all those 4 ladies.
Oh, they're great.
too.
They're great.
Yeah.
And meeting them in person was just, it was phenomenal. They're like everything you think they were. After, you know, I've only communicated online with them, but meeting them in person was just phenomenal.
And Sarah there is one of our Drink and Click leads.
Yes. Yep.
Sarah's pretty.
All these
pretty.
ladies are
They're
pretty.
all gorgeous.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that's all I got for now.
Those are great.
Yeah.
The photo of the ladies is wonderful with that black and white you showed. And that really great vantage point was my favorite, I think.
Yeah.
Really nice.
That's actually hanging behind me here somewhere.
Yeah, that's the one.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah, I like that. And again, the street photography and the Drink and Click, I mean, it really does open up like new things I wouldn't think of. Especially, I've always done nature and landscape and stuff, and this has just opened up a whole new world, which is great.
Street is definitely different, but you can get some really interesting shots doing street.
Yes, yes. And it's funny, too, because I actually pissed a couple of people off, too.
Yeah, that happens.
Especially in New York. This one lady's walking down the street with her dog. You know, I love dogs. I'm like, hey, can I get a picture of your dog? She's like, what are you going to do with it? Like, I'm going to make $1 million off it or something.
Right, I'm going to put it on a billboard.
Nice.
But it was
I
kind of
actually
funny.
had a homeless gentleman in New York get really angry with me, and I wasn't actually shooting when he got angry with me. I was just walking with my camera in my hand, and he just kind of launched himself at me from the sidewalk and just started yelling at me about how I should leave the homeless alone. And I was like, okay, I won't bother you, I promise. I'm just gonna walk you.
It is tough. Like, yeah, the street photography, and I think there's so many different degrees of it, because some photographers are like in your face with it, and you could see where it would get people mad, and then other people like shoot from the hip and be discreet about it and whatever. But it's tough. It's a touchy subject. That's what makes it interesting, I think.
The more you do it, the more you get used to it too. I don't think I personally. I think I fall in the middle there. I'm not like really in your face, or I don't try to hide what I'm doing. But
yeah,
I have had people ask me like, "What are you gonna do with that photo you just took of me?"
Yeah.
So it has happened.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's fun. I like shooting on the street.
Yes, it is. It's different.
Yep.
So I think I'm going to share a few of my photos, and then Allie, you'll be ready to show your photos after me and talk about your giveaway?
Yes, I will.
Okay. I tend to jump around a lot with my processing, so I don't ever go to a shoot or an event and take all the photos and then batch process them, I get really bored processing all these photos of the same thing at one time, so I jump around. So I'm just going to show a few photos that I've processed fairly recently, and they're from all different kinds of things. So this first one is a photo that I got in January, actually, in Amarillo. And there's a lot of really cool abandoned urbex kind of stuff there. When I went out there, I actually had a list of things that I had found that I wanted to shoot, and then while I was there, I found a whole bunch of things in between point A and point B, so to speak. So this is one of those things, and I saw it from the road, which was way, way far away.
Beautiful blues, beautiful colors. I love the sky.
I was trying to find some place to get a good sunset, and I saw this, so I had to kind of shimmy under a barbed wire fence and haul ass down like a a dirt road to the middle of this field. But then I caught some really good shots of this place and the cows behind it during sunset, so that was fun.
That's pretty nice.
Let me move to the next one. This is a photo of my son doing 4th of July sparklers. It's actually from last year. It's not from this year, but I called this one Stars and Stripes because I liked how it just coincidentally ends up kind of looking like stars and stripes in the photo, the pattern of the sparks. So
Cute.
this is a abandoned building in Detroit. It's called the Farwell Building, and if you are ever in Detroit and you have a chance to kind of shoot with a local who knows what they're doing, this is a building you want to shoot in because it's got just really amazing rooms and scenes on the inside. And this is, for people who have shot in there, this is a well-known room, the Blue Room. I really, really liked how this one turned out with the way the light from the window was and everything. It was just really beautiful. That's one of my favorite shots I've taken in that building.
They let you in there, Lotus, or do you have to kind of sneak in there?
You have to know somebody who knows how to get in there, yeah.
Yeah.
And there's this guy who is an amazing urbex photographer who lives in that area named Ed Surecki, and was very fortunate to have him be willing to offer his time to, you know, show me the secret ways to get into a place like Farwell, and it was a really great time and really fun stuff to shoot. I really like to shoot places like this. They have amazing stories inside of them that want to be told in photos. So, and then this is a little crazy post-processing. This is all in East Texas, I think. But just actually took this photo of trees during sunset from a moving car and then did a little symmetry processing and liked that I saw like this ominous owl appear here in the middle of the trees, if you look.
That is cool.
Oh, yeah.
That is cool.
So I like to play around with the post-processing and see what you get and kind of the cool things that you can make after the fact.
Now, you primarily use Photoshop, Lotus? I
work primarily in Lightroom with a little bit of Photoshop, and then there's a program I really like called Effects Photo Studio Pro, and that's what I actually did most of the post-processing on that when I just showed in the Effects Photo Studio Pro. And I did the symmetry and like the kind of damaged, scratchy stuff in that.
Yeah.
And this last one is one of the photos that I've taken for my 52 self-portrait project this year. So I take a self-portrait every week, and the way I've been doing it is I've been pairing them with a quote that I like. And so this quote was, "Resentment is like drinking poison and waiting for the other person to die." And I did a little long exposure there. So you can actually see the remote in my hand. And normally I would clone something like that out, but I kind of liked the way it looked, so I left it in.
I can barely tell, yeah.
Yeah, I figured it wasn't too obvious, and I liked the way my hand looked in that moment right there. So yeah, it's a long exposure, and I just moved into each of those 3 positions, had the camera in bulb mode, and then quit it. And I did that at night, sitting on my patio in my underwear. So that's great.
Nice.
Nice.
So
That's just how we like you.
Yeah. So I'm
Yeah.
just gonna leave you with that. That's gonna be.
That's how we picture you. You're on your patio in your underwear all the time.
Yeah.
She's on her underwear all the time.
Yeah, if I have to leave the house, I might put on pants, but.
Yeah. Why pants when you have underwear?
All right, Allie, you're up next.
Okay. I'm gonna screen share. Let's see. Can you see this?
Yes.
Google Plus?
Yes.
Okay, so I wanted to show this first because I've been playing around with Auto Awesome, and actually I threw these photos in here last night hoping it was going to kind of do the motion, like a panning motion, but it ended up creating this pano for me.
Oh, cool.
And it did it in about 90 seconds, and it did what Photoshop takes me forever to do.
Isn't that great?
So I just wanted to show it because it's super cool, and this is one of the amazing features that Google Plus has given to us. And I've tried a bunch of the Auto Awesome motion things, and it's been a bit hit or miss for me.
Me too.
Yeah, but it's kind of cool. Actually, I did another one today trying to get a pano, and it actually did a weird panning thing for me. It did this with it, which wasn't what I wanted. But still, I think it's kind of cool.
To enlarge it?
Sorry?
I couldn't. Did anybody else see it enlarged? I just see it in the.
This one? Can you see it?
Oh, I like that.
There we go.
Yeah.
Thanks.
This is what I wanted the other one to do when it made the panorama.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
But
I
this
would
one,
like for them to make that like something you can tell
Choose,
it to do, right?
Yeah,
Not so that it just automatically happens, but so I can like make an album of images and I can say I want you to do this to this.
Yeah,
one. Then that would
exactly.
be better. Give us that control.
Like you can tell frame 1, frame 2, frame 3, and how long they last.
Well, right now you can't choose any of that stuff, so it just does
No.
it for you. And,
And
this one literally just picked 4 of the images out of I think maybe 12.
Yeah.
But anyway, I loved what it did with the pano, and I would definitely.
Can you show that one? I didn't see it enlarged. I'm sorry.
Oh, with the pano?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm
Did
sorry.
you click on that before? I didn't.
Yeah, I think there might be a delay. Here you go.
My bad.
Can you see it?
Yes. Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you. Beautiful. Yeah, that's so nice.
So the stitching is, I mean,
It's damn
looks
good.
pretty impeccable to me. I don't
Yeah,
know.
you can't see it. Yeah.
Right. It's got I mean, there's a little bit of a curve here, but I think actually that was there in real life.
That is the main thing. People should not limit themselves to what kind of lens they have. If you have a 50 1.4, 50 1.8, whatever, shoot it, stitch it after. And one thing I use for stitching is Microsoft Eyes, which is free, and it does a better job than Photoshop to my
fast.
use. So.
Okay. Can you see this in Lightroom now?
Yes.
Okay, so this is, I took a 4-day road trip over 4th of July, which is an annual tradition for me now. And I drove, first of all, through Lassen Volcanic National Park, which I really hadn't heard very much about. It's only about 3.5, 4-hour drive from San Francisco. And it's just gorgeous. I can't wait to go back here when there's snow on the ground. There's tons of cool trees. There's a lot of dead trees, which I love. And just some really beautiful valley views. And also on the hikes, there's volcanoes and stuff, so it's cool. This is a pano. This is I think it's a 9-image vertical panorama. And this is not ready yet, so most of this stuff's kind of unready, unfinished. This is the same trip. This is sunrise over at Mount Shasta, which is in Northern California, which is also gorgeous. This is the same pano. It's a different sequence of images. This one's done in Photoshop.
It's beautiful.
Yeah, it was a beautiful morning. I actually didn't know where. I literally had 2 hours sleep. I drove overnight from Lassen to Shasta, 2 hours sleep, and then I woke up and I'd never been there before, so I just tried to find somewhere to go. And this is Mount Shasta, so this is a little bit after the lake photo.
Oh man, that is gorgeous.
Yeah, so I'm really excited to go back here when there's more snow.
There's like this hazy, milky, like golden light there. That's so pretty.
Yeah, it was a beautiful morning. And then after that, I drove that same day. I drove to Crater Lake National Park, which is in Oregon. And I didn't have very high expectations. Somebody had said to me, "It's just a blue lake," and it might just be a blue lake, but it's the most beautiful blue lake I've ever seen. And this was sunset. It was completely cloudless, which was unfortunate for sunset, but I did get some Milky Way photos, which was really what I wanted. So this was, you know, kind of a crappy sunset, but I like the colors. I took this. This is a mobile phone shot of the back of my camera, and this is my Jeep Wrangler in front of the Milky Way. And the reason I put this here is because a lot of people keep commenting on my photos that I'm making this shit up, and it's really annoying me. So this is the back of my DSLR, and this is the real image, and that's the Milky Way, and my Jeep is in front of it, and I didn't Photoshop my Jeep in front of the Milky Way.
So your Jeep has colored lights inside like that?
Yeah, I put, no, yeah, it's my Lovemobile. Yeah, it's like a rave on wheels. It's glow sticks, so I'm playing around with glow sticks, which was really fun.
Cool.
And then this is Crater Lake, so this is the Milky Way.
Wow, that's incredible.
That's what I was looking for.
Yeah, this is the first night I've ever shot the Milky Way, and this was taken at about 2 a.m. This is a pano. This is 6 images. And I learned I need a different lens, and I need more practice. But and then this is another one with the Jeep and the Milky Way. And then the next day I drove across to the coast and through Oregon, and Oregon's just so beautiful, and it's got this rich forest. It's got this rainforesty feel to it. It's just so gorgeous, and just lush green colors and amazing waterfalls. And this was a waterfall I just randomly found, and it was about a mile hike in. And I think it's called Wilson Falls, and it's, I think, around 200 feet is the drop.
Wow.
Again, there were no clouds. It wasn't perfect conditions, but it was gorgeous, and just being there was just beautiful. This was the light. So in Northern California, there's these, on the coast of Northern California, right up at the top, there's this really amazing redwood forest, and it's just this vast area of redwood forest, and it was foggy, and the way the light was coming through the trees and hitting the fog was just one of the most beautiful things I've ever seen. And so I stopped at the side of the road, no shoulder. I was getting honked at, and I was there for a long time, and it was beautiful. So yeah, some just gorgeous light there. And then this is the last one, and this is a sneak peek from last weekend. Lotus, this is your favorite boat.
I love that boat.
So we put glow sticks inside. Toby Harriman climbed inside and put some glow sticks in there. I was actually out standing in the bay, so I got a bit of a different perspective. It's usually photographed from the other side, and then the Milky Way. Unfortunately, we had a little bit of cloud, but this is a unprocessed work in progress. So
Really cool, Allie.
That's awesome.
So that's me. Yeah, I haven't done any underwater stuff in a while.
So Alexis, you're gonna tell us a little bit about your
Oh, yeah.
your giveaway.
Okay, so I'm gonna give away a print. It's gonna be a 12 by 18, so it's going to be like this size, and probably mounted. So I like unframed photos, so it'll be like mounted on this board stuff, which means you can just stick it on your desk or whatever.
Nice.
Cool.
And it'll come from Bay Photo. And whoever wins can get pick whatever print of mine they want. There's only one of my prints that's exclusive, and they won't find that anyway. So any print that you want, 12 by 18, and you have to be the first person to answer this question correctly in the comments. So get
the comments on the event.
Yeah.
comments on the event. It's
Right
the first
now.
person- right now, it's the first person who gets the answer correct gets to win the print. So the question is, nice. Nice love. Okay, the question is this. Last year, I started a drink and click chapter in which city?
Oh,
Last year, I started one of the drink and click chapters. In which city was it?
do we
Oh,
talk about that on air?
I
No,
think
we didn't.
No, it was before. It was before.
it was before. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, is anybody gonna know this? Can I
don't
play?
know.
I know now.
That's what I was thinking too. I know.
Yeah.
Someone should know it. Someone knows it.
I think someone will know it.
So that's it. That's the thing, and we'll just have to wait and see if anyone knows it.
I know.
So we'll
exactly.
keep going, and we'll wait and see. We'll check the comments and see if somebody knows which city Alexis actually started a drink and click in, and then she moved, so she's not obviously leading the drink and click there anymore.
You're giving tips away. You're giving hints, Lotus.
Oh, she got the glasses on.
Well, you know you're not.
Anyone who knows how to navigate a G+ profile can figure this out pretty quickly.
Yeah.
You know, actually, somebody asked a question on the chat about the settings that I used for the Milky Way. So I think I was using, I think I was at 2.8, 25 seconds, and my ISO was up to 4,000. So it was way up there.
Cool.
That's for AD Wheeler.
I need to start doing some stuff like that, but I need to get away from Austin. Too much.
Yeah, you do.
Too much light pollution.
What are you
Yeah.
using, Alexis, for equipment?
I'm using Nikon. Probably the odd one out. Most of you guys use Canon, but
No, Nikon.
No, Nikon.
for real.
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Are we evenly split then here in the hangout tonight?
We
I'm
got
Canon.
Giovanni.
Canon.
and-
Canon.
So it,
Is
well,
it
we got
Canon?
3 Nikon, 4 Canon.
Okay. Close to
That's
the
okay. It doesn't matter what
It
you
doesn't
make your
matter,
images
yeah.
with. It only matters what you have on the inside, and that you could bring that out when you make them.
No, that's so beautiful.
That's
I have
so true.
so been drinking.
All right, so we should. Let's
Oh, and
see.
I wanted to say for Jordan Oram, I wanted to say ominous owl again, so that whoever's paying attention to his drinking game can do another drink.
Oh,
Ominous owl. Every time I say that, you have to take a shot.
nice.
But
I
it's
shot
in
him once.
front of me right now.
So, Lotus, should we do our giveaway right now?
Do you want to do the conversation, or do you want to skip that and just go straight to the giveaway?
Well, let's go to the giveaway because I think we're over time.
Do you think people are getting tired of looking at our ugly faces?
Probably.
Oh, we have a winner.
Oh, we do. Let's see.
Jordan
who it is.
Oram is the winner.
Jordan!
Oh, Jordan.
Congrats,
we went
Jordan.
to chicken dinner. That was like, it was posted right like a few seconds before.
Ooh.
Oh,
A few
80
seconds
Wheeler.
That was
before
close.
Travis.
Too late. Oh, wait. Maybe Jordan didn't win.
Oh.
He said somebody else said it first, but I didn't see that.
It is Chicago, but I see Jordan first.
He said Travis, but I don't see a comment from Travis.
I don't either.
Strangey.
Oh, did he tell him? I don't know what's going on.
I don't know what's happening, but
I don't either.
I'll figure it out with Jordan after.
Okay, figure it out with them.
Or right
Okay.
now on chat. Let's see.
Awesome.
So then
So
we're
we-
going to do another one, right, Juan?
Yes, we're going to give a format account, which is a 6-month account for this company that does your website, especially for photography. And I believe they do an awesome job. I've been with them for probably a year and a half, and they just recently became a sponsor. and they have a really good setup of different themes that you can pick, and it's very easy to set up your website. Very nice to upload your pictures, and I think Lotus is sharing right now on her screen my website, which is through them. So we're giving away a 6-month account through Format. There's Chantia. There's a crazy guy. And the question to win this 6-month account from Format is, how many current Drink and Click chapters are they right now? And if you know how to use the interweb, you can find that really quick. So you just have to put the number on the event page. How many current active chapters are there on Drink and Click? And you will win a 6-month account from Format. So
while we're waiting for that, do you want to start talking about the winners of our challenge?
Yes. So the last month challenge was red, the theme, and we went last night and we picked the top 3 pictures, and we got 3 winners. And you want to start with 3rd place, and you're gonna have to read the name, Lotus, because it's really small font. And it's right, it should be there.
Lima?
Lima, yes. And I believe he is from which chapter?
Toronto.
Toronto.
Nice.
And he won a Think Tank Pixel Pocket Rocket, which is pretty awesome. You can put your SD cards on it, or if you have a CF card, you can tell me and we can switch it. But it is pretty handy. You have like a space for like 10 of them, and then you can keep it. It's like a little wallet thing.
Yeah.
So thank you to Think Tank for supplying that. It's pretty awesome. And we got 2nd place.
Hold on, I gotta scroll.
Yes, nice.
There you go.
Eric Raber
From San Francisco.
from San Francisco.
And we saw that picture earlier when Alexis shared it. And
Yeah.
He won a book from Rocky
Nook.
Yeah, there you go. Rocky Nook. And I love that picture. I don't know if she was wearing a glove or is that painted or whatever,
It's
but
like
it's
a half
awesome.
glove.
That's pretty awesome.
Yeah.
Me like
She's
it.
like the crazy eyelashes and the pierced tongue and everything. It's just a good photo from top to bottom.
And those gloves are just sick. I want
Yeah.
those.
I know, that's pretty cool.
You need those gloves, Lotus, to go with the wig and the jacket.
Hell yeah.
Allie's gonna help me complete my ensemble.
Yes, happily.
And the 1st place is winning a 1-year account from Smug Mug. It's a $300 account from Smug Mug, which they're freaking awesome. And it is our
This happens to be our German
yeah, it's in Berlin.
lead.
F.A.
F.A.
How you say his last name?
I don't know if it's Fiebig or Fiebig.
Yep. And he won the 1st place. So,
1st place, Smug Mug Pro account, right?
So, yeah. So, congratulations. And I'll be contacting Smug Mug tomorrow so they can get in contact with him. So we can take advantage of that. Oh, awesome.
Yeah. Allie's on the
Whoa.
ball.
Yeah.
Nice. It has to be San Francisco. If Bonacore will be here, that's what it's good for. Oh,
That's right. Vodacor was the one who was doing all the sound effects
know.
for us during the first.
Hey, I'm
Well,
liking
he
the
sucks at
reflection.
everything else, so.
The reflection of your glasses. It looks like a bee or something.
It's
Cool.
well, no, it's the honeycomb on the glasses themselves.
Oh, there is a
Reflection
honeycomb.
of the screen. It's cool.
Crazy.
So did anybody figure out how many chapters we have? Did we look in the comments?
Ooh, I don't know, let me see.
There's someone said 24, 22.
Yes, 24, 24.
Who was the first one to say 24? It looks like
I
Melody.
think it was Melody Migas.
So
Cool.
Melody wins
Melody
the
Mike.
format account.
Yep. Yep.
Nice.
Yay! Congratulations, Melody.
Congratulations, Melody. Yeah, we have 24 current chapters, and we're looking to add some more pretty soon. But that's what we are, 24 cities.
Which is awesome.
I know. Congratulations. So I think we're about over time, are we?
We are over time. We had some other things to talk about, but we can always save them for next time.
Yeah, exactly. We'll bring people back. So we want to thank all the panelists who joined us today, and Lotus looking all crazy with their red hair and the glasses.
I'm always down for looking all crazy.
I know. We know that. So thank you, Alexis and Bob and Giovanni and Joel and Marianne. I hope I say that correctly.
Yeah.
And of course, Lotus. Thank you so much. And,
Thanks for hosting, guys. You did fabulous.
Thank you. Thanks for having us.
Thank you.
Juan, you look gorgeous as ever. And Lotus, meh.
You're just saying that because I wouldn't take my shirt off.
Yeah. Exactly. Wait until we turn the hangout on air off, and then we're going from there.
That's
But
the after show.
But if you have a G+ profile active and you want to lead one of the Drink and Click chapters in your city, please send us an email at drinkandclick@gmail.com, and then we can talk about it and we can set up something on your city. And you can get to be part of our family and play in our challenges every month and then win some prizes. So thank you all so much for joining us.
And thanks for everybody who watched.
I know. Thank you for all the people watching, and hopefully we'll see you next month.
All right, guys. Good night.
Good night.
Bye.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.